Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Down. 8, read.
Bandit. Bandit. Check, 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 check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yo, 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 go, go.
Buzz, be ready, be ready.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play here for the Cowboys. 49 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, baby.
New Orleans.
Oh, a backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
The Cowboys take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yes, yes.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
18 Gator.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Ready, ready.
Off the play fake. Cummins. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Elliott running right. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Let's
At
go.
their own 26-yard line.
Hey, set. 19. 54. Mike, 54. 54. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Ball back for the offense. Let's go. Let's go.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got room. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Let's go, baby. Let's
Now,
go.
those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
I got
So
I
one
got
play, and they're already just
He's
shy
coming,
of
he's coming.
midfield.
We got double up, double up. Line him up.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
You don't want none.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Off of play action, it's Watson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Set. 19. 50. Mike 50, huh? Cut, cut, cut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Alert.
After the run, Watson going to throw.
Check, check.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Cowboys take over.
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Cummins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up success. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check 61. Matchbox lights.
Back. He's crashing.
He's too.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effective.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That's it, baby.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Switch.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Break.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a gotta seal. We gotta seal.
All day, dog.
6 two draw corkers. Hut. Get it.
On second down now. It's Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Fellas.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jalen Smith. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Watson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson.
Hey, it's our house.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Watson on first
Pick
down.
your game up.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Let's go.
Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Down.
The Dallas
60
offense here
Pittsburgh.
set to begin the drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And down he'll go at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to find Green. The Dallas passing game definitely in sync. They've got another first down.
Got it.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch.
Pilot 64. Weak. Ready?
10th carry now for Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, another takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
You don't want it.
To throw is Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Ready, set, X3, 218, chopper. Hit it.
To throw on third down, Cummins. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
That's good for the Cowboys.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Get it ready.
On first down, Pollard. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Bound to lose one.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys claw one back. Extra point by Marr, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Mike. Army.
Alert.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58 's the Mike. Check.
Now Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. To throw again on second down. Watson dancing to his and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A first down carry by Elliott. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Extra point by Marr, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
that's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
We got heavy. Scooter.
55.
Heavy.
Wahoo.
58's the mic. 58.
On first down, it's Watson. His throw incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check. 3 down.
Now it's Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Gator. 80 weapon.
Check 24. Check.
Go. Big River.
On second down, Elliott. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing now, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Watson now to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more. Concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
The score, Saints 78, Cowboys 28. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
You ready?
Mike, 9. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the shoot.
Off play action. Cummins. Now a desperation throw deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for New Orleans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.